have very few affordable homes for people that don't make high-end salaries. I think the town has to look somewhere down the road at affordable housing. I heard somebody say other night at one of the forums, police officers work in town, but they can't afford some of the apartments to live, so they got to go out of Matthews to live in another county. And that shouldn't be. We ought to be able to have affordable housing where our people, the people that live and work in Matthews, can live in Matthews. In my traveling around, I found that a whole lot of people work in Matthews, but don't live in Matthews.
10 seconds.
And so what we need to do is just continue to keep our historic district preserved, and then look at making sure that when we have developers come, that we have some affordable houses as well also.
Okay. So at this time, I'm going to open it up for closing comments. You have 2 minutes for your comments. Mr. Bailey.
I was the chairman of the Transportation Board in Matthews for 5 years. Spent 18 years on the town council, 2 years on the Park and Recreation Commission in Mecklenburg County, 4 years on CMS, Board of Education for District 6. That accumulates into somewhere around 30 years of experience serving this community. I started getting involved 2 years after I moved here because I believe that service and citizenship are extremely important. I've had that attitude through scouting. I'm an Eagle Scout. I went to NC State and got involved in Alpha Phi Omega, which is a national service fraternity. We had the Blind Boy Scout troop at the School of the Blind, and I stayed active in Scouts as I did when I got here to Charlotte with my boys, who were both Eagle Scouts. So my life has been service. I work for a company whose slogan is citizenship and service. I have enjoyed the time that I spent in Matthews and working hard for Matthews. I hope that you can see the fruits of my labor and many other people who served on the Board of Commissioners and as mayor of this town. I believe I have the experience, the leadership, and the vision for our community, for our town, for our citizens, and for our future. And tonight I'd like to say that there's 5 individuals that you'll be seeing in the next few minutes who have asked for my endorsement and who I do endorse, and they endorse me. That is Chris Melton, John Urban, Chris Query, Barbara DeMint, and Alan Crosby.
10 seconds.
These folks will do an excellent job on the Matthews Town Council, and I hope that you'll give them your consideration on November 7th. Again, Paul Bailey for Mayor of Matthews. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bailey. Reverend Whitley, floor's yours.
Thank you. I have been in Matthews since 1988. I moved here as a state trooper. I served this county for over 18 years, policing this area. I retired a captain of North Carolina Highway Patrol with over 30 years in leadership. I pastored a church here in Matthews, Mount Moriah. Many of you have been there and fellowship with for over 20 years. 30 and 20 in leadership equals 50 years of leadership. My mother and father was sharecroppers down the eastern part of North Carolina, a little place called Zebulon. My father had a 3rd grade education. My mother had a 10th grade education. 8 children. I was the 7th out of that. I didn't know we were poor till I went off to college, but I realized that my mom and dad did their very best. At this time of year, we have harvest and make about $1,500 for the whole year. But they taught us something: to respect people, to live an honorable life, have integrity, and to treat people right. I've learned that, and I've lived that, and it's paid off. I believe as your mayor, that's what your mayor should have: good integrity, transparency, respect for all people. Be a voice for all people. That's not happening now. Matthews is represented for some people, but not all the people. I want to represent all the people here in Matthews. Mr. Bailey has a group that he's endorsed, or they've endorsed him. You know who they are. The other ones, they haven't got nobody. I would love for them to be on my team. I'd love for you to consider the diversity
10 seconds.
that we have in coming to them. John Higdon is on the commission that stood with me as the 2 years that we went through to see things as fair and equitable. I ask you to endorse him and all the other candidates that Mr. Bailey did not go on his team. Give me an opportunity to be your mayor, and I'll prove you good, and you'll be proud of Matthews to be the best town in all of North Carolina. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to take the opportunity to thank both of our mayor candidates for fielding questions. And so you know, we're going to have the commissioner candidates come up, but after that, we've got about a 30-minute time slot where they're going to be at their individual tables, both the mayoral candidates and also the commissioner candidates, where you can talk with each candidate on any particular issue you'd like. So with that, I thank both of you gentlemen for your time this evening.